and we're talking about singing Home, Home on the Range. These are step bells, and step bells are a wonderful way to show children the relationship between notes because they look just like steps, okay? And very inexpensive. I want to show you that if you're working with preschoolers, okay, 3s, 4s, and 5s, you're going to want to stay between the range of a C and an A, okay? Pretty much even C, D, E, F, G for the most part. Their ranges are very small. Their voices are very light, so you don't want to stretch them one way or the other, but you want to keep them into a comfortable range for them. For kids that are, say, 1st through 2nd, maybe even 3rd graders, your range is more likely the octave from C to C. But here's what I want you to remember. Don't think that children are most comfortable in their lower range, because in reality, they have more of a comfort level in this middle range right in here, okay? Now, as children go higher, both in age, they can go higher as they sing. And I don't have these notes on this particular step bell, but pretty much a kid who is in, say, 3rd through 6th grade can sing from about a B or a B flat below middle C all the way up to an E flat or an E above C7. I think that's what that's called. I call it C above middle C, okay? Now, you think, oh, wow, that sounds really high. Well, it's really not at all, because, again, their most comfortable range is right here in their mid-range. If you listen carefully and vocalize a child individually, you'll hear that as they get down into, they get weaker and weaker, okay? They don't have as much strength for those notes. Now, if you are singing something that Kathie Hill wrote maybe 25 years ago, you're going to see some notes down in that range that you go, oh, shame, shame. Well, it's true, okay? I have some things that were not in the correct range for children, and there are many things that are not, either because maybe someone was ignorant like I was back then. See, there's hope for all you ignorant people out there. Just look at me. Or maybe it was a song that was transcribed from someone who was an adult singer. And most adult singers, face it, just like us, we grew up with maybe Karen Carpenter or Amy Grant. You're going to find more adult singers or even teen singers who sing in that lower range. And we'll talk more about that as we talk about the difference between head voice and chest voice in another blog. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you find that you have some low notes, like for example, as the earth is below the stars, okay, that's a pretty low note for kids. Then you can just alter the notes. So you might sing, as the earth is below the stars, sits right within the chord structure fine, but it doesn't create such a low note that it can't be heard without the children pushing their voices quite a bit. All right? So take a look at the range of your children. If you find that, or range of your music, I should say. If you find that your music is going way too low, hanging way down around the D, E, C, B, B flat, even A area, not good for kiddos, okay? Doesn't mean you can't sing it, just means that you need to transpose it. And whatever you do, try to create things that are beyond the 5-note praise chorus that will get kids singing up higher and higher, because it's like any muscle. If you don't lose it, if you don't use it, you lose it. Same thing with diction, I guess. And so we want to challenge the kids to sing higher and higher. And we've shown you some exercises to do that, and we'll show you some more. So stay home, home on the range, but keep the correct range for children.